Hi guys, today we are going to explain about our guided project given by Smart Intents. The title of our project is Analysis of Amazon Cell Phone Reviews using IBM Cloud. Myself Lakshmi Srikanta and my teammates are Lokesh Kumar, Rohit Kumar, Mugundan. The problem statement of our given project is about the reviews. These mobile phones today have revolutionized the way we purchase products. Everyone and all the consumers review and rate these reviews based on their opinions. So each business and the system that works on is based on these reviews, and the decision making and the e-commerce system is also based on these reviews. Hence, we ought to make this problem statement in a serious way. So we came to this solution. The solution for that particular problem is to make it an automized or the process using AI. This AI we are to use the NLP language, which is a natural language for processing to analyze this internet. The positive and negative of the review is given, and our model gives it in an autonomous way without a loading of the work on the consumer. And we have used the Flask to predict the output using a web-based UI, and the sample application is integrated using this Flask. And the Python language is used for these web-based applications too. The process flow of our project is given in such way. The first part is data collection, where we take all the data sets. The next is text pre-processing. We imported the libraries, removed all the punctuation marks and stemming process, and then splitting. And next we build the model such that the number of number of trains is less than the model built, such that the input and hidden layers are more and the output layers get more access to the number of inputs. And finally we trained the model using these, and we tested that and we optimized that. We even created a HTML place, and the application is built using Flask using Python code. The flowchart of a project is like this. This is a model of project where we use the NLP instead of CNN. The pre-processing, first the reviews are pre-processed using tokenization, lemmatized and lowercase. After that, the extraction is done, and it is models using NLP, where the precision accuracy is taken up, and the final output will be positive review or negative review. Every project is bound to have some limitations and a future scope for that for the development. In this study, we implemented we implemented 4 types of algorithms, and some algorithms we need to assess them using those algorithms in future work, like LSTM and KNN and entropy. We will compare these results to the current project, and our project has some limitations. These NLP algorithms need to be improved because there is a lot of research and understanding that goes into it. We have faced some problems with memory, causing experiments to highly time consuming. So we used Google Colab to increase the performance, but it was not sufficient to run the complete course. So we decreased the input values to 2000 or 5000 for easy convenience process. Next, my friend will explain the working part.
Mukundan, I'll explain you how the model is trained. First, initially, since we're doing it in Colab, we are mounting the drive. Then we read it. Later, we remove the useless columns like as in name, helpful words, date, verify. These are not used in training the model. So after removing, we check for null values. So after we while check got 14 null values in title and 21 in body. So we fill those null values with a blank space. This is one way of filling null values. The other way is to remove the values. Example, we detect where the null values are there. We take indexes of it and we remove the complete row. So the two statements, two cells that are commented is one such way to remove null values. and after solving the adding blank spaces, there is the null values that are resource. Later we check uh, how many the length of the data set. So after checking, what we do is we are considering the reviews with rating values less than 3 as negative and the one with about 3 as positive reviews. So if it is a positive review, we are adding its value as 1, else it is 0. Now we are naming the column as emotion. So we have this binary equalizer 1 0, 1 represents positive and 0 represents negative. Okay, so then we'll append the basically concatenate the emotion column with the rest of the data set, the rest of the columns. Okay. Now what we do is we are merging title and body as one. We are considering the whole thing as a review. After merging it, we'll remove the title body column and we'll just have one column as review, which contains both the title and the body. So now the two columns we'll be using to train the model is emotion and review. Okay, this input we are considering review as the input, and the output is or the target is the emotion, basically whether it is positive or negative. So then we import the natural language processing toolkit, and we use stopwords and wordnet. Wordnet is for lemmatizing. So then the stopword we are going to use English because we are processing for English, not other languages and so on. So then we vectorize the whole thing using, then we use CV transform, then we split the data. So we use 30% of the data for training and remaining 70% for training. Then after that we had hidden layers, and dropouts can be used, but we have commented it. It can be used to increase accuracy if there is anything. We are using RMS prop as the optimizer, and these are the epochs we have used. We have used 20 epochs with batches is 32. We are getting accuracy around 0.9 for validation accuracy. That is the accuracy. After trying out many different values, we got this accuracy. You can get a better accuracy by changing the values, but this is the best we have got so far. So then we are saving a bag of words by using pickle.dump. So then later we predict. So to know how a model is predicting, we are making a confusion matrix, and we have got good results. As you can see, full positive reviews are around 14,000 and full negative were around 4,000, and the remaining are false positive and false negatives. So the values are low, and the true positive and true negative values are high, which proves that the model is a good model. So then we save the model as phone.h5, and later we see how the prediction is with the dataset. And as you see, the first three values are true, and namely in y-test the three values are also true, which implies the model is predicting good. And we have also tested it with text from the given dataset, and as we have entered a positive text, it is giving us true, and when we enter a negative text from the dataset, it is giving false. And this is a bad product, is text we typed on our own, and that is giving the output as false, which is also a correct output. So this is how we have trained our model. Then location Rohit will explain about the UI. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lokesh. So to integrate our model with the web page, we need three files, namely HTML file. We have created index.html that is used to structure our web page and its contents. Then app.py, that is Python file to add an interactive behavior to our web page, and then CSS file for defining the styles of our web page. So in this HTML file, we have added many tags for creating text box, text area, button, images, etc. So the app.py will be explained by Rohit.
Hello, I'm Rohit Kumar. For our project, for backend, we are using Flask for handling the input data from HTML page. First we process the input data and then predict whether the output is positive or negative review. Then we return the predicted data, input data, and the appropriate emoji back to the HTML page so that the customer can see the output. So now let's see our user interface.
So now I will demonstrate our UI page. First, I will open Anaconda form and going to the correct directory where my Python file is located, and after that typing Python app.py. So I'm running my Python file. Yes. So this is actually running in localhost 5000. So I have to open Edge. So I'm opening Microsoft Edge and typing localhost 5000. So this is our UI page. So where we have the form container, then we have added Amazon logo, then text box for entering the reviewer's name here, and text area for typing the review of a phone. Then we also added a motto for our page, saying like your review is our priority. So then button. So this button is for predicting the output, whether positive review or negative one. Then this is a background. So this background is actually a word cloud which has all kinds of positive and negative words commonly used in the reviews. So now I'm going to enter my name. Here I'm going to write a review of any particular phone. So I already collected a review of in the Amazon site. So that itself I'm going to paste it here. So what is it going to tell? Let me see. Predict. So it's a positive review. So yeah, it's actually a positive one. I have had the phone for over a year and I really liked it. Having never been partial to flip phones, I can appreciate this Nokia's features. Like this, they have appreciated this particular phone. So which our model correctly predicted as positive review. And the name of the reviewers will be coming here. The content, whatever he has written, that will be displayed here along with the final result. And this emoji is actually telling like it's a positive one. So it's showing a thumbs up emoji. Now, if I give some other review like it's a negative one, let me give a negative one. Yeah, this one is a negative one. So I will copy this and I will paste it. So when I click predict, it's a negative one. Since he has written like very bad quality and I didn't get the offer cashback like this, he has a complaint. So it's actually a negative one. And the emoji is also telling it as the thumbs down, it's actually a negative one. So therefore, our model is able to predict reviews as positive and negative correctly. So that's what it's being shown here. So thank you for listening our video.